Hi guys, Miss Abate here. Okay, so we are going to be doing part 2 of our comprehension strategy skill. So we are focused on character, setting, and events. Two things you need: something to write with, something to write on. Okay, if you don't have that, go ahead and do it now. If you already have it, let's get started. So first thing that you're going to do is, we did this in our first lesson about character setting and events. We're going to be writing down character, setting, and events on a paper. So over here, all the way over to the left, you're going to write character. So I know it's backwards for you, so I'll spell it CHARACTER. Okay, and the next space is setting. SETTING. And the last column is events. EVENTS. Okay, so if you remember, a character is a person or an animal in a story. The setting is where or when the story takes place. And an event is something that happens. So as you remember from our first lesson, there can be more than one characters, there can be more than one settings, and there can be more than one event. That is very, very common in everything that we're going to read, where they're going to be in different places, they're going to be doing different things, okay? Normally, we're not going to read a story where it's just one person or one character, in the same setting and doing the same thing the whole story. That seems kind of boring, right? So we really have to be paying attention to where the characters are at and what they're doing. And that's going to help us to create that picture in our head. Remember that visualizing skill from last unit? Okay? Because when you know where the setting is, you can kind of create that picture in your mind. So looking back at Maria Celebrates Brazil, thinking about it, said her bright, hot kitchen. So I'm visualizing in my head, I'm visualizing the walls are really a bright color, maybe like a yellow. And I'm also visualizing in my head the sun shining through. And I'm also visualizing that it's really warm where they are, so I can kind of feel the heat, right? So we're really using that visualizing skill to put into place when we're reading stories and doing character setting and events. Now, of course, you can also visualize what the characters look like. Most of the time, the stories are going to show illustrations of the character, but again, you can, visualize maybe what they sound like. You can create your own voices in your head for them. But then also just visualizing the things that they're doing and visualizing where they're at, because not all the time the illustrations are going to show those things, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with our lesson for today. We are going to be working on, a new story. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up. Sorry, I have to find it. There we go. All right, we are going to be working on a new story today, and our story is called Big Red Lollipop. Okay, so from our read aloud, we knew that our central question was, how are families around the world the same and different? And we're also going to be reading about a family who is similar to our family and also different from our family, okay? But we're not really going to focus on that today. We're going to be focused on the character, setting, and events. So I'm going to try and get this story read, and then we're going to go ahead and go in, and you guys are going to be finding the character, setting, and events today without my help, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started.
I'm so excited. I run all the way home from school. Ami, I've been invited to a birthday party. There's going to be games and toys, cake and ice cream. Can I go? Sana screams, I want to go too. Ami says, what's a birthday party? It's when they celebrate the day they were born. Why do they do that? They just do. Can I go?
So let's pause there, okay? I want you guys to start by writing down the characters' names, okay? So it does say the characters' names in here, so that way you should not misspell their names. So let's go ahead and pause the video and write down the characters' names. Go ahead. All right, what were the names of the characters? So we have Ami, because it says right here, Ami, I've been invited to a birthday party. So that tells us that girl is talking to somebody, right? Sana screams, I want to go too. So there's Ami, there's Sana, okay? Ami and Sana. Now, we don't know the name of this girl quite yet, okay? But let's keep reading.
Sana screams, I want to go too. I can't take her. She's not invited. Why not? Says Ami. They don't do that here. Ami says, well, that's not fair. You call up your friend and ask if you can bring Sana, or else you can't go. But Ami, they'll laugh at me. They'll never invite me to another party again. Sana screams, I want to go too.
Uh-oh, seems like a lot of family drama right now. Okay, so I want to know, where does this take place? Okay, where does this story take place? What is the setting? So I'll go back to this page right here, and I want you guys to pause the video and write down on your paper where the setting is. Go ahead. All right, so what did you say the setting was? I hope you wrote down home, okay? Because it says right here, I'm so excited I run all the way home from school. Okay, so under setting, we should write home. Because right now, you can maybe see her mom feeding her little sisters. And then right here, it doesn't look like they're anywhere else, like doesn't look they're outside. It looks like, maybe those are the walls in their house, okay? Now, I want you to think about what is a setting, what is an event that has happened? What has happened so far in this story? Make sure that you reread the text and you put it into your own words, okay? So I will go back to this page and you can pause and reread it. And I'll go back to this page and you can pause the video and reread it and then write down an event. Go ahead. Okay, so what are some things that you wrote down? Now, here's something about the events. We don't need to write down every single thing that happens. We don't need to say she talked to her sister, or she talked to her mom, right? We want to write down the big important things that happen. So what was the main thing that was happening here? So the little girl got invited to a party, but doesn't want to take her little sister, okay? So we see here that it says, I've been invited to a birthday party. So you could just write that down for an event. You can write she, or you can write girl, because we don't know her name yet. It hasn't told us her name yet. So a girl gets invited to a birthday party. And we can also write down she doesn't want to take her little sister. So make sure you get those written down. You can make it into one sentence, or you can make it two separate events. So again, one, a girl gets invited to a birthday party. And two, she doesn't want to take her little sister. Make sure you pause the video and get those written down. All right, let's move on to the story.
I say, look, Sana, one day you'll get invited to your own friends' parties. Wouldn't you like that better? No, I want to go now. I beg and plead, but Ami won't listen. I have no choice. I have to call. Sally says, "All right," but it doesn't sound all right. I know she thinks I'm weird. At the party, I'm the only one who brought her little sister. Sana has to win all the games, and when she falls down during musical chairs, she cries like a baby. Before we leave the party, Sally's mom gives us little bags. Inside, there are chocolates and candies, a whistle, a ruby ring, and a big red lollipop. Sana eats her big red lollipop on the way home in the car. I save mine for later. Sana doesn't know how to make things last. By bedtime, her candies are all gone, her whistle is broken, and the ruby in her ring is missing. I put my big red lollipop on the top shelf of the fridge to have in the morning. All night, I dream about how good it will taste.
Okay, let's pause here. So we've been introduced to another character, we've been introduced to another setting, and we've been introduced to another event. So I want you to take this time to write down the new character we were introduced to, where the next part of the story takes place, and what is something that happens. Go ahead, pause the video, do that now. All right, so who was the new character? Sally. So remember, Sally is the girl that's hosting the birthday party, so it's her party. Where is the next setting? Says right here, at the party. So they're no longer at the house. They're no longer at their house. They're at the party. So that's a new setting. So I'm just going to put at the party. And what is an event that happened? So there's a few of them, okay? So you could have put that Sana, so it's the little sister, had to play all the games and cries when she lost. We could put that they leave and they got a treat bag. And we can say that they went to sleep. The other girl saved her lollipop, okay? So there are a few different events that we could write down. I'm just going to go ahead and put that Sana played lots of games. Okay, so let's keep moving on.
In the morning, I get up early to have it. Sana is already up. When she sees me, she runs away. I open the fridge door. All that's left of my lollipop is a triangle stuck to a stick. Sana!
Think about what's happening.
I hear a sound in the front hall closet. I should have known. That's where she always hides. I shove aside the coats and boots. I'm going to get you. Quick as a rat, she scoops through my legs and runs around and around the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, yelling, "Ami, Ami, help, help." Ami comes out, rubbing her eyes. Sana runs behind Ami, where I can't get her. "What's going on out here?" says Ami. Sana says, "Rubina's trying to get me." Ami puts her hands on her hips. "Are you trying to get your little sister again?" "She ate my lollipop, the greedy thing. She ate it." Ami says, "For shame, it's just a lollipop. Can't you share with your little sister?" I want to cry, but I don't. Sana runs to the fridge and brings back the triangle stuck to the stick. "Look, I didn't eat all of your lollipop. I left the triangle for you." "See," says Ami, "she didn't eat all of it. She's sharing with you. Go ahead, take the triangle." So I have to take it. "Go ahead, eat the triangle." But I don't. With all my might, I throw it across the room. It skitters under the sofa. Sana scurries after it and eats that too.
So we did find out the main character's name, okay? I'll go back to this page. Whoop, nope, I passed it, excuse me. It was on this page, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna stay on this page and you can write down the new character's name. So I'll just go ahead and say this. The setting, they're back at home. So we don't really need to write that down again. Now, I want you to write down the character's name, the narrator, the main girl, and something that happened. Go ahead and pause this video and do that now. Okay, so we learned the narrator's name. What is it? Rubina. It says, Sana says, in quotes, Rubina's trying to get me. So we know that is the main character's name, Rubina. And what is the main thing that's happening right now? Sana ate her lollipop and Rubina is chasing her. So that is the main thing that is happening. If you wrote down that Sana hid behind her mom, you can say that Rubina's mom, or Ami, I think that's how they say mom. We can say that Ami is trying to help the situation, but really the main event that's happening right now is that Sana ate Rubina's lollipop and Rubina is chasing her. Okay, let's keep reading to find out what happens.
The worst thing is that all the girls at school know if they invite me to their birthday parties, I have to bring Sana. I don't get any invitations for a really long time. Then one day, Sana comes home waving an invitation. Ami, I've been invited to a birthday party. There's going to be games and toys and cake and ice cream. Can I go? Our little sister, Miriam, screams, I want to go too. Sana says, no, I can't take her. She's not invited.
Oh, so we learned another character. Go ahead, write the character's name down, and then go ahead and write the event that we just read about. Pause the video and do that now. All right, let's keep reading.
Ami says, well, it's only fair. You went to Rubina's friend's party. Now Rubina and Miriam can go to your friend's party. I say, leave me out of it. Ami says, fine then, you have to take Miriam. Now it's Sana's turn to beg and plead. Ami won't listen. Sana's begging so hard she's crying, but still Ami won't listen.
Okay, go ahead and write down an event that you just read about. Let's keep reading.
I could just watch her have to take Miriam. I could just let her make a fool of herself at that party. I could just let her not be invited to any more parties, but something makes me tap Ami on the shoulder. What? Don't make Sana take Miriam to the party. No, says Ami. No, I say. Ami thinks for a moment, then says, okay. So Sana gets to go by herself. After the party, I hear a knock on my door. What do you want? I ask Sana. Here. She hands me a big green lollipop. This is for you. Thanks, I say. After that, we're friends.
Okay, now what's the last event that we just read about? Pause the video, write that down. Okay, guys, so this story had a lot of characters and it had a lot of events. Okay, there were a lot of really main things that happened throughout the story that were important to the understanding of the story. Okay, so I hope you guys had a really nice lesson learning about character setting and events and how to apply it to your own reading. I'll see you guys next time.